Hey, One Plus Armor fans! We're here for another battle report using ETC lists and ETC comp. Andrew, take us away.
Alright, so as you know, we're going to the Canhammer Team Tournament, which is an ETC event in April.
18th and 19th in Cambridge, Ontario.
There we go. I just show up. These guys keep all the paperwork for me. So I'm bringing my Chaos Dwarves. There's supposed to be like a blocker list, so I'm not really trying to go for big wins. I'm just trying to shoot for ties so the rest of the team can get the matches and wins that we need. So going down the list, I got one Hobgoblin Khan, aka the dog, a Hell Cannon, a block of 28 Infernal Guard with my level 4 Sorcerer Prophet of Hushut and my BSB. Then I have one Hellbound Iron Demon, 21 Infernal Guard with Great Weapons. They have the Razor Standard. These guys have the War Banner. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Then another Hobgoblin Khan, another Hell Cannon, and a level 2 Wizard with Laura Metal. So my plan is to basically just castle this corner, try to shoot off his big scary things that are going to come at me, and then use magic. Speaking of which, I have some. So my level 2, he got Searing Doom, which is probably useless against what I'm facing here. And I rolled a double, so I took Enchanted Blades of Abian. So this one's going to be pretty sweet for stuff like my Iron Demon. Actually, just my Iron Demon. It'll give me +1 to hit when shooting. And armor piercing, which it already has. The Hushut guy, he got the Flames of Asgore, Breath of Hatred, the Curse of Hushut, and the big spell Ash Storm.
Excellent. So, just on a quick note for Magic, for ETC, everything is maximum 5 dice for casting. And in Andrew's case, Ash Storm, it can only be cast with 4 dice maximum. So, that brings us to the opponent today. Danny,
hey,
welcome back.
I'm back after 2 months out of town. I'm pretty excited. Time to get some games in.
Excellent.
So today I brought my vampire counts because as you know in ETC you can't play Undead Legion. So yes, I'm playing vampire counts. So if he kills my vampire, I'm gonna crumble. So today I brought 5 wolves. 3 more gash coming because in ETC we're allowed to run the Morgash or the archive. 45 zombies, 8 Cryptors, Mortis Engine. I have a block of 39 skeletons with swords and boards. The White King BSB with Night Shroud and Seeds of Rebirth. I have my Vampire Lord level 4 with Quick Blood, Red Fury, Swords of Striking, Enchanted Shield, and the Potion of Strength. And also I have a level 1 Necromancer with Dispel Scroll. I have another block of 45 zombies. The Mighty Terror Guys, Espiritos, 5 more wolves. For my spell, I got Vanel, Curse of the Years, Hellish Vigor, and then my healing spell for both of them. And that's about it. My plan is just I'm gonna Vanguard and try to break that big castle now, moving forward as fast as possible.
Not gonna happen.
And hopefully I can kill some dwarf with my Vampire Lord.
Excellent. So for anybody who doesn't know ETC very well, it is basically a comped version of Warhammer, so modified rules. In this case, it will affect the terrain, so hills, which are there and there, are infinitely tall for line of sight purposes, so if you're behind them, you can't be seen to be charged or shot at. Impassable terrain, which we're using the crypt over there for, is similar, can't be walked through, can't be seen through, blocks line of sight. We have ruins here in the middle, we have a forest, and we have a lake over in the corner next to the, which the Terrorgeist is standing in right now. So, with that, let's roll off and see who's going first. Andrew, you have the +1?
Vanguards.
Oh, Vanguard's
Yeah,
first,
Vanguard's
yes.
first,
So I got a 1.
I got a 6, 1+ armor.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll start
Zoom
with...
in. It won't focus.
It will eventually.
There we go.
Those guys here. will Vanguard them.
All right, and now the roll off,
Alright.
where Andrew has the +1.
Look at that 6 again.
Oosh. Got a 3.
Another 6. 1 plus
Jeez.
armor.
Danny's got turn 1. And we are just playing battle lines, because we're not positive what the scenarios are going to be, so we're just going with default. Alright, we will be back at the halfway mark of turn 1.
Okay, so what I did first was charging his chaff right there with the dogs. I ended up losing 1 in combat, and we died because I charged. And then, like I said, I just move everything as fast as possible. I forgot my zombies were not 12 in the 12-inch range, so they just moved forward. Everything else moved as fast as possible. And magic phase, I rolled a 5, and then I channeled 1, so I had 6 to 3. I cast Curse of the Year into his big block. He uses the Dispel Scroll. And after I tried to cast Bubble Danse Macabre, and then he just rolled a 7, so it didn't go off. And that's about it for my first turn.
Alright, so we're going at the bottom of 1, Chaos Dwarves.
Alright, so we're back for Chaos Dwarfs turn 1. Starting off, my Hell Cannon failed its Cage Fury test. Charged the dogs that were in contact with my Hobgoblin Khan behind this stuff. You can see it there. Anyways, they won that combat. So they just reformed. These guys moved back like an inch just to sort of jockey in position, wait for this stuff coming at me. This Hobgoblin Khan moved up here to try to redirect the ghouls if they come at me, although he has other avenues to dispose of him if he wants, but whatever. My engineer moved back behind this unit because the thing that he was supposed to be helping shoot took off on him. These dwarves just stayed put because I was worried about the Terrorgeist that was here. It has, in the general's range, a 20-inch move, so it basically could have landed behind my lines and started screaming or charging. As you can see, it's not there. I'll get into that in a sec. Moved up my Iron Demon. Like a fool, though, I didn't pivot him properly to shoot these guys. One of the rules about them is they can only fire in a direct straight line in front, so it's not like an arc of visibility. It's straightforward, so I can only shoot at skeletons. I killed 1. Success. Magic phase. I got Ash Storm off on his Lord's unit, so that's going to hold them in place at least for a little bit. And the other spell I tried to cast didn't go off. Shooting phase was alright. Like I said, I shot off a skeleton. This fired indirectly on the Terrorgeist. I missed the first time, and then I re-rolled the artillery dice. Got a misfire, rolled a 6, so that's the boom result. Basically, you count it as landing on target. The strength of the shot is 10. I hit, wounded, he failed his ward save, and I rolled 6 for wounds. So I one-shot the Terrorgeist, luckily. But unfortunately, he can't shoot for the rest of the game, so now he's just a big monster.
He's done his job.
He did his job, so better than the other Hell Cannon, that's for sure. Other than that, that's my turn, so just bunker down and wait for the onslaught to come at me, I guess.
Alright, and into Vampires 2.
Okay, so my turn 2 was pretty quiet. I tried to charge my zombie into his big demon engine there. Needed an 8, I rolled a 7. Of course, zombie always fell. It's probably because of the big fatty there. So I decided to put my Spiritos in front, trying to chaff him at least. Hopefully he won't get to cast his enchanted blade spell. Then I charge also his chaff here with my Morgash here, and then I catch him up, so he died. I chaffed his cannon here so he can counter charge them. And then I take the chance to move my unit here. Took some dangerous. I had like 8 skeletons that died, so I don't really care. And I also got in the magic phase Danse Macabre on them, so I got a wound back on my BSB because he took a wound also from that dangerous test. And they also have reroll to hit just in case, we never know. So that's about it for my turn.
Alright, now we're into Chaos Dwarfs 2.
Alright, it's Chaos Dwarves turn 2. Some stuff moved up, so I turned my train to shoot these guys. These guys just marched up. The engineer followed suit. He's not actually part of the unit, that's where he is. The Hell Cannon here moved up to block up all the charges that are going to happen against my main unit. My Hobgoblin Khan's doing a Hail Mary attack on. He's gonna go for the Mortis engine. And this Hell Cannon is just sitting there doing his cannon-y stuff. Magic phase, I got a 5 dice phase. I tried to Ash Storm his main unit with 2 dice, didn't get it. And then I tried to Enchanted Blades the train. Didn't get it off as well either. Well, I got it off, but he shut me down. Shooting phase happened. This guy misfired. He got the result. So everything within 24 inches that's a wizard has to take a leadership test or suffer a miscast. Luckily, we're all high leadership, so nothing happened, and nothing bad actually happened to the cannon. Over here, this one tried to shoot. I misfired twice. So what that means is I roll in the black powder misfire chart. If a destroyed result is rolled, my guns blow off, so that's what happened, of course. And you take D6 wounds, but luckily I rolled a 1, so it only took 1 wound. Other than that, nothing else. There's no combats, and that was all my shooting. So, I guess going into turn 3 for the vampires.
Alright. Here at the end of Vampires 3.
Okay, so my Morghast charges big cannon demon engine there. My Spiritos charged the flank, and then my Crypt Horrors charged there, and I tried to charge my Vampires, but I ended up not fitting at all. So it was a mischarge here. My Mortis engine just moved here to scream his little Hobgoblin guy. During the magic phase, I managed to roll Bubble Dance Macabre, and then he dispelled Elish Vigor. So over here I did a wound to the cannon and a wound to the crew, and he did a wound to me. And over here he saved his 2 wounds that I did with the 2 6s, so that was pretty good for him. And over here I screamed that little guy off the table. So that was my turn.
Alright, into Chaos Dwarves turn 3. End of Chaos Dwarves turn 3.
Yep, so didn't really do much movement. I had this guy join the unit. Other than that, these guys moved back a little bit. And that's about it. Magic phase. Tried to cast Flames of Asgore on the Mortis engine. He stopped it. I got Enchanted Blades off on the train. So that's good. Helped me get magic attacks +1 to hit. Didn't really help me though. Over here, the Hell Cannon shot and completely missed the Mortis engine. And in close combat, I did 1 more wound against the ghouls, and he did 3 more against me and took out my crew. So it's pretty good. Other than that, just still castling in the corner.
Alright, into Vampires turn 4. You're at the end of Vampires 4.
Okay, so my turn was pretty much I got stuck over there again. Finally I did a wound. I managed to cast Vanille, and then I had a good position to cast Elish Vigor. He had 3 dice left, I had 5. I cast like 26, and then he rolled 3 6s, so managed to dispel my Elish Vigor. And over here I just finished off the cannon that has 1 wound left, and then I lost a Crypt Ghoul. Other than that, I'm still stuck because of that big cannon there that's doing his job. So now we'll see what's gonna happen.
Alright, into Chaos Dwarves 4. End of Chaos Dwarves turn 4.
Yeah, so this turn, I charged my Infernal Guard into the ghouls here. These guys just reformed and marched up a bit. The Hell Cannon stayed where he was to try to get a money shot off. That's about it. Magic phase, I rolled double 1s and I channeled 1. I used 3 dice to cast Ash Storm on this unit. I rolled triple 6s, so it went off.
And how?
The miscast was just killed off some of my dudes, 5 of them. Rolled the 6. And my Lord was fine, and he gained a toughness out of the ordeal. So, that's cool. In the combat here, He rolled like a champ and did 14 wounds. And thanks to armor saves, I only took 3. So I won combat, killed a couple. He's still there though, holding everything up. Over here, he did no wounds, and of course I did no wounds.
No. I did 1 wounds and then you saved it.
Whoa.
Like a champ again.
Yep.
It's doing its job, not dying. Other than that, that's my turn.
All right, into Vamps 5.
Yeah.
End of Vampires 5.
Okay, so I managed to put back 1 wound on those guys here, and then they survived, so this is what I wanted. So there's 1 crit ghoul left. Over here, the Morgash finally did some wounds on that cannon. There's 4 left. So hopefully I can finish it off before the end of the game. And everything is kind of stuck here, but finally my vampire next turn should see some combat unless he miscasts again his Ash Storm. So we'll see.
Alright, going into Chaos Dwarves 5. End of Chaos Dwarves, turn 5.
Yeah, so I charged my Great Weapon Warriors into the Morghasts. I guess that's all the units I have left. So in shooting Magic Phase, I got a 6 dice Magic Phase. He dispelled Ash Storm on his big unit. I tried to give Hatred to my Great Weapon Warriors. He stopped it. And then I Hail Married this. Curse of Hashit, so it's a direct damage spell. Range of 18. Target suffers 2d6 minus their toughness. Equal worth of hits that wound on a 4+ with no armor saves. I needed a 6. Rolled a 6. He had 3 dice to dispel. He rolled a 5 on 3 dice. So I got the spell off. But unfortunately, I rolled below his toughness, so he suffered no hits. Shooting phase, I tried to shoot the Hell Cannon at the Mortis Engine. I hit this time for once. Then he passes regen save. Over here, I took out the last ghoul, so that's pretty sweet for me. And in this combat, I killed one of the Morghasts, and then another one died on combat res. He's here, actually here like this. It's just, he's not sitting on the hill properly. Other than that, that's about it. Yeah.
Alright, so we're into Vampires, turn 6. Closing things out.
I need a big turn.
Vampires, turn 6.
Okay, so it was a very good turn for me. I managed to pull that big magic phase I needed. I raised my Morgash almost back to full. So they did some damage into the dwarf there, the Chaos Dwarf there. And then my Banshee just rolled a 10, so I managed to kill off that cannon finally. He needed a 5 there, and then he got it, 5 rerollable. And then over here he killed a bunch of guys, but because of his BSB was still stubborn. So we managed to stick there. So we'll see what's going to happen on the last turn.
Alright, going into Chaos Dwarves 6. Hey, we're here at the end of the game. Andrew, give us a recap on your turn 6 there.
Yeah, so let's see, no charges happened. Over here, they fought, the Blender killed a bunch more guys, held because of stubborn, which is nice. Over here, he killed some more of my Great Weapon Warriors, and they did no wounds back. They held because they had more ranks, and the leadership 9. The Hell Cannon shot, missed. For magic, he shut down.
Hatred on your block there.
Right, Hatred on the Great Weapon Warriors. I cast Flames of Asgore. Landed on the Mortis Engine, only did 1 wound, and he passed his toughness test. And I miscast doing that. The miscast was a 8 magical feedback, so my wizard took a wound, and then my other wizard took a wound as well. That'll end the game.
Alright, so we'll tally up points and get back to it. And we'll be back with a quick post-game. Alright, so we've added up the scores, and the game ended with about a 60-point difference in victory points. So, pretty much a perfect tie for our 2 lists that are supposed to be ties. So, Danny, what are your thoughts on that game?
To be honest, I got stuck there. I did a big mistake charging that cannon with the Morgash. I thought it was toughness 6, but was my mistake. He's actually toughness 8, and he had a lot of wounds, so I got stuck there for a while. And because of that, my vampire was stuck. So at the end, he just managed to have 1 turn of combat and was not enough to kill his whole unit. So it makes a difference in the game. He didn't get lucky over there with multiple shot into my Mortis engine, never hit it. So I got lucky on that side. So it was a pretty close game, and I got lucky also on my magic phase at the end to bring back my Morgash, and then that was going to be a victory for him.
All right, Andrew, what about you? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it could have went better for me. Like, I had some not so great magic phases, and the cannon rushing off on its own first turn didn't really help things. But I kind of like this map because he had 2 things that he couldn't see over, and it sort of funneled him into this like little area that he had to basically put all of his big blocks through. So it really helped me out to chaff him up with my units.
Yeah, and for anyone interested, this was map 3 from the Norwegian map pack that just got voted as the official maps.
Yeah, and like, the Iron Demon really did its job. It died in the end, but it lasted like, what, 4 full turns of combat before it finally went down. So it held up probably the scariest unit he has. These guys with the killing blow, 4 attacks each, hitting on 3s. Like, if they had more time into my foot units, they would have just decimated them. So having that thing lock them up for so long was money. I thought I had them that turn. I charged my dwarfs in, but he was able to res them back. Nothing really do about that. So, good game overall. I did what I was supposed to and got that tie out of it. Other than that, I don't know, you watched this game, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the terrain played pretty heavily in your favor, Andrew, with the dwarves. Just with the funnel point over there and the fact that vampires pretty much have to stick pretty close to be really effective. So it was a good deployment for you. And I think, a couple points Danny boxed himself in. So with that combined with Ashstorm going out for 2 turns, or 3 turns, was it?
3 turns, yeah.
3 turns on the Vampire Lord's unit. It really, really slowed down the pain train that could have gone in. So, overall, worked out. The fact that it came out as a tie at the end is the really impressive part. And I think there was some good luck both ways. Getting Ashstorm off 3 turns in a row is huge.
Yeah, with 3 dice, rolling all 6s.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Hell Cannon taking out the Terrorgeist on the first turn.
Yeah,
with a misfire, no less.
Yeah, it would have been a different game if that didn't happen. So.
Yeah, it would have been a big difference. But, overall, pretty good. So, not going to go through the whole usual tournament thing because it's really late here, but suffice to say this was practice for the Canhammer Team Tournament that's coming up on April 18th and 19th. If you want to check out some info on it, go to canhammerteamtournament.blogspot.ca. But otherwise, we'll have some more notes in the show notes below, and feel free to check out our blog, oneplusarmor.com, for some more info. Thanks for watching.